I took third in the '88 trials. I was an alternate on that Olympic team.
In the '88 trials.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That was
Where
my
was
last
that?
year in the Army. That was at Pensacola, Florida.
Pensacola?
The games were in Seoul, Korea,
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah.
but the trials were in Pensacola, Florida.
Okay. And in order to go to the actual games, what would you have had to have
I had to
gotten?
make the team. I had to be the number one guy. Wrestling is one of those sports. Only the number one guy gets to go in each weight class
Okay.
and wrestle. I went as an alternate a couple times.
Yeah.
I was an alternate on that team, but I didn't go to Seoul.
Yeah.
92 and 96, I was an alternate on that team, and I actually went to Spain, and I was in Sydney for the 2000 games as an alternate too. I was an alternate on 4 Olympic teams.
Wow.
It was the one goal that I never accomplished, but I think everything happened for a reason.
Well, hell, even being an alternate on an Olympic team is a significant accomplishment for any athlete.
Yeah,
Like, being honest.
I was on 4 world teams, which is the same process. It's just a non-Olympic year. So
Yeah.
I had some success. Wrestled in the world championships 4 different times.
Yeah.
I think the best I placed was 9th.
That's
I
crazy.
won a silver and a gold in the World Cup in wrestling,
Oh, wow.
which is a whole different process. But I loved wrestling. I mean,
So that was your foundation, was like
for fighting for sure.
for fighting was
I've been
wrestling.
wrestling since I was 10.
Wow. Yeah, so if you've been wrestling since you're 10, you probably get pretty damn good at it. You know what I mean? Like after
You'd
practicing.
like to think so.
Yeah,
anyway.
you'd like to think so anyway. Yeah, but that's because that's like everybody. One of the things I always see that's like very consistent is, like, for example, when I hear Joe Rogan talking on his podcast about like fighters and like what their background is in. When he's talking about their background, it's like this is kind of what they grew up doing the most. Mm-hmm. Now they can get good at other stuff too, but this is what they do more than that, based on how I interpret it. But and I'm sure that like different things can give people different advantages against different opponents that specialize in different things, probably. Because
there's kind of really 3 facets to MMA. There's the striking engagement. All the different forms of striking: Western boxing, Western kickboxing, Muay Thai, Taekwondo. There's a bunch of different striking styles, karate, and all of the guys come from different backgrounds and assimilate a bunch of that striking tactics and technique into their fighting style. There's the ground fighting, which we know is judo, jiu-jitsu, and wrestling. Wrestling connects those 2 realms in that transition, the ability to move from here to there and take that guy down. That's where wrestling was key. And if you look consistently across the board